All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here once again for another, crazy show. A show that I really hoped I didn't have to do, but the saga continues. Lots of people are very confused. Some are very hurt in different ways. We're going to talk about it. We're going to explain everything very, very clearly so people truly understand what's going on. But before we get to all of that, as always, first of all, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube and make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. It looks like it is. And let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it looks like it just did. And let me do a sound check. In the modern world with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here once again for another. All right. All is rolling well. 2 in the box already. Thank you so much for being here. I expect a whole lot more to be here and a whole lot more to watch the replay, and whatever will be, will be. If there's a rebroadcast, who cares? It doesn't matter. As long as the message gets out and everyone finally understands what's going on, because this is one big, massive, confusing shit show created by one man, Mr. Jamie. This all stems back to Jamie. Now, he may not be directly involved with everything, but indirectly it all leads back to him for content. I mean, this dude, honestly, I don't know. I've never met any dude like him. He's like the town gossip. But he does it on YouTube. Like back in the days before the internet, you would have the town gossip that knew everything, that stuck their nose into everything. Typically, it was a woman that would do this, right? But in this case, it's Jamie. I've never seen any other man behaving this way. He's like the town gossip on YouTube, right? And anything and everything that happens regarding anyone that he knows of on YouTube, somehow it stems back to his channel based on what he does on his channel, what he talks about, or what other people talk about that are also creators that are part of his network. So I'll explain more as we get into this, but the topic of this show is standing up for Patti and many more, plus the network of Legion hate creators. One more time. Standing up for Patti and many more, plus the network of Legion hate creators. There's a network of creators on this platform. I don't know if I'd call them real creators, but They have created their own content in the past, but ever since they got involved with Jamie and the Legion, they've become loyal affiliates of whatever Jamie's agenda is. And I don't even think a lot of these affiliates of the Legion really know what's going on. They're very loyal to Jamie, but I don't think Jamie really cares, about being loyal to them, because it all leads back to the Legion for content, donations, etc. That's it. That's all it boils down to. And the more controversy that's created, the more the pot is stirred up, the more back and forth there is, the more confusion there is amongst people, right? The more, like I said, conflict, controversy, etc. It gets everyone to jump in and talk about it and talk about him, and it all leads back to him, right? I don't even know where to start. I am tired. I'm not going to lie. I'm tired. I've been getting some sleep throughout the days while I've been doing these shows, but I got to do it because people are massively confused. They're massively confused. Some people are dealing with, mental issues over this. Maybe it's not directly, but indirectly or directly, the way that they're perceiving the content that Jamie creates or Jamie's affiliates create on their channels, it's affecting these people in some pretty serious ways, mentally and emotionally, especially when it comes to the women involved. And I'm really sickened by it. I'm really, really sickened by it. And there's just so much deflecting on his end. So much deflecting. Now, I'm probably going to be here for a couple of hours. I may have to step away every now and then. Dawn is sleeping. I've got cameras everywhere in the house so I can see if Dawn wakes up. If she wakes up, I'm going to step away for a second and then take care of her for a few and be back. I'm just letting you folks know Dawn is my top priority. And I'm sorry if I have to step away in the middle of the show to take care of her. I'm just making you folks aware of that right off the bat. Okay. So I'm hoping to do this in 2 parts. I've got a lot of community postings to go over. And if anyone is thinking about deleting them, I've already screenshot them. I've got them open up on browsers here, plus screenshot backups. I'm not going to show any of it on the screen. I'm just going to read them because, quite frankly, most people are going to listen to this without watching the screen. This is more like a podcast, right? And that's why I'm not showing these screenshots on the screen. It's a lot of work to set it up that way, and there's a lot of other aspects involved I don't want to deal with. I'm not going to explain it here, but I'm just going to read them, and you can hear what I'm saying, and you can look at my expressions of my face. How's that? Okay. Got 2 thumbs up, 21 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. It is 2:51 a.m. Pacific time. 5:51 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning to everyone. Okay. So, first of all, let's talk about what happened yesterday. I did a stream yesterday called The Most Despicable Act of the Legion, Yet Noodle Mash, Don and I Have Your Back. It was a great stream. I got a lot of great feedback from the people I was talking about, the people I was standing up for and defending. And everything I said was completely true. There's proof of it. And I firmly believe the people that spoke with me behind the scenes and sent me information. And what I did yesterday had to be done. I wanted to do it to stand up for what Noodle Mash went through and is still going through. Patti is going through similar attacks as well and doesn't deserve it. We're going to talk about that in a little bit as well. But yeah, I did the stream, and the stream had like 480 views at around 2:00 in the afternoon Pacific time. And then I noticed that Jamie was going live to talk about myself and Noodle Mash at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm going to refer to the times Pacific, figure out the time zone difference. If you're on the East Coast, it's plus 3 hours from the West Coast. So you folks can figure out the time difference yourself, right? But I saw that Jamie was going live, and I know that in many cases, for a live stream replay to fully process the chat and to fully process the video to be available to be downloaded, it takes about 12 hours. Sometimes it's quicker, but usually it's 12 hours. And at the 2 p.m. Hour, I finished the stream. I think it was like 3 or 4 in the morning when I finished the stream, and we were at the 10-hour mark. It was getting close to being processed, and I said, you know what? I'm going to just put the stream to private and see what Jamie does. And, I'm sure he wanted to review the stream live on the air. And I'm sure nobody screen recorded it. Now, I'm sure somebody right now is going to screen record this. I'm letting you know right now, I'm not putting this to private. If he wants to rebroadcast it or or do a review of the whole thing in the morning, that's on him. He's only going to be further putting out the actual message to help these people, right? But I'm just showing you his intentions so you folks realize it's all about fake instigated drama. It's all about content for him and donations and nothing else. That's all that matters. That's the bottom line. And that's what a lot of you folks are just not understanding, right? Okay. I don't agree with the methods of, what goes on to create that content and what creates that fake instigated drama, because to a lot of people, it comes off as real and they can't decipher what's real and what's not. And it really affects these people mentally and emotionally, right? Okay. So I put the stream to private at 2 p.m. Pacific. The stream had not processed yet, so nobody could download it. And I was thinking, well, probably nobody screen recorded a copy. Now, I know that GLM is running an authorized clips channel of mine with a few clips that they could use, which they ended up using those, by the way, and I don't care. But Jamie had a community posting, and he was, this is what he wrote. He goes, okay, this was 12 hours ago, but this was shortly after I privated the stream. I made it private. Oh, Eli, why you private your stream? You know exactly why I did it, James. Not for the reason you wrote, because I didn't want you to review my entire stream as your show. I wanted to make you work it. I wanted to see how you could go solo and talk about me like I do. I don't have to use any of your content to talk about you or talk about the situation. Afraid of having your words criticized again? Nope. I just wanted to make it more difficult for you to run a show without having the actual content there. I'm not afraid. You can say whatever you want about me, dude. You don't even need to have any of my content to share your thoughts about me as a person, dude. You do that all the time. Think you look stupid defending someone who you don't even know? No, I'm going to continue defending them today. So I'm gonna even more so defend them now, and I'm going to more so share why you did what you did as part of your fake instigated drama. There's more coming on the Mrs. Portland situation and Noodle Mash. There's just a lot more that I really want to get through to everyone, because it's really stirring up the pot, even with people that are on my side here, on the good side of things. And I want to clear that up. I'm going to clear a lot of things up. Also, I'm going to clear up that, hey, no one's obligated to be here. I'm not like the Legion. You don't have to be loyal and faithful to Coach Eli and Dawn on our channels here. You come and go as you wish, moderator or not. We're not holding you hostage here. We want you to be here when you want to be here, and when you don't, go where you want to go, right? Why don't you just private your whole channel while you're at, you forgot the word, while you're at it, right? No, not going to do that. You want me to do that because, then people wouldn't know that it's all fake instigated drama for donations, for clicks and donations, and to satisfy your sponsor that you continue denying is no longer around anymore. Come on, dude. There's no way you could afford to pay your bills off of your donations alone, dude. Come on, dude. It's okay, bro. It's all right. It's all right. You don't have to out, Brian, Wise Night Owl, Wise Night Silicone, nothing but silicone. You don't have to out them, dude. It's all good. I don't care. It doesn't matter, dude. I've used deductive reasoning to figure out that you do not make enough money off donations to sustain your lifestyle. Okay? And a lot of other people are accusing you of getting money from your family. I don't think you're getting money from your family. I'll stand up for you even when I think the other side, even when I think my side is right. Sorry, even when I think my side is wrong. Sorry, even when I think my side is wrong, I'll stand up for you. I don't think you're getting money from your parents, but also I don't think you're making enough money through donations and Patreon subscriptions to pay your bills. So you have a sponsor, dude. Okay? You either have a sponsor or you have another income source that you're not disclosing. And that's okay. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying you have another income source on top of what you're getting here. Using deductive reasoning, dude. Okay? So, yeah, Jamie did the stream and was struggling to critique it. I mean, he still did critique it. He had clips that he got from the GLM official Coach Eli clips and clapback Clapbacks channel. She got that phrase from Jamie. Jamie says, well, you guys don't like it when you guys come at me and you don't like when I clap back, right? Well, we're clapping back now too, brother. It's all good, man. It is all good. 26 in the box, 30 in the box, 8 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up and please share this out. Yeah, and interestingly enough, after Jamie went through explaining things in his eyes in ways that made sense for his audience. See, you present things in the ways that you want your audience to hear them, not necessarily what's true. You kind of switch things up. So that way, you give your audience what they want and they donate to you, right? So after, like an hour or so after him talking about me, the rest of his show, the dude was scraping for content. He was putting out other clips. He even went over to my other channels from my business, the Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short, when I used to run in-person networking events. He's regurgitating stuff that's years old. Now, those videos are like 10 plus years old, and those videos were already played by Jamie and JD Gunner on multiple other streams years ago. So in essence, Jamie was like, well, he privated his stream. Nobody screen recorded a copy of it. I only have a few clips. I got to do something to make money. I got to do something to entertain my audience, Eli style, so I can make a little bit of money, right? Okay. So he started to play my my networking event clips. And the clip you played of me singing Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, that was my annual holiday networking extravaganza with over 100 people there. There were vendor tables there. That's why you guys saw people selling purses and stuff. We had vendor tables. It was a potluck. Everyone would contribute food, and we would do karaoke there. That's what I was doing at that moment, and we had a great time. And nothing but silicone, aka Brian. You're trying to say, well, I bet none of those people, made money or were successful at business. Most of them were. So you can sit there and spin it any way you want to spin it. I ran real networking events. That's how I grew my insurance business. And that's how many others grew their business. All right. So he played a clip of me singing Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, and he's making fun of me, jumping around, having fun at a networking event. What the hell's so funny about that? Like, I swear to God, it's like you're reaching for whatever you can to keep the Coach Eli hate audience happy, dude. How pathetic, man. How pathetic is that? 31 in the box, 8 thumbs up. Please smash a thumbs up. Please share this out, right? Then he played a clip of a regular networking event I ran at one of my networking locations. I had like over 10 networking locations at one point all over Northern California. This event was in Sunnyvale, California. About 20 minutes south of Redwood City where I live. We ran this networking event. One of the ladies that was given the lady that was given a presentation that day, owned a costume and novelty shop, one of the biggest and best costume and novelty shops, in the area back then. She's since retired. Wonderful woman named Debbie. And, I had a video out there of each one of us was doing a skit based on using a costume prop that Debbie brought. That way we would give a quick skit presentation of our business, right? For entertainment purposes too. I was the insurance bunny. Now, I was selling insurance back then, and I went on stage and I said, do y'all remember the Energizer Bunny? They're like, yeah. Well, now you know the insurance bunny. And I keep going and going and going and going and going until I find you the best possible prices on all of your insurance needs based on price point and coverage. Thank you. So I had a little fun, right? And this little moron is going back to the days of my real networking events and all that, and trying to make content off of it and calling it cringy, when this mofo's never gone out of his house. What have you done with your life to go out there in the real world and work with people? So you want to criticize me on that, dude? That's pathetic, dude. You had no other content. You were like reaching back to content from over a decade ago that has nothing to do with my coaching business now. And to try to entertain your audience because I put my stream that you wanted to review in its entirety to private, dude. How pathetic, man. How pathetic, man. Like, and then you have Siren Jag on there, like the most boring dude out there. Siren Jag, dude. You know, I could say some things about you, Siren Jag, that would actually probably get my video removed permanently. I'm not gonna say. I'm not that kind of person anyway to say something like that, Siren Jag. But I could say something that's pretty raunchy, but I'm not going to go there. But you're just, you're a strange dude, man. I mean, everyone that gets involved with Jamie, anyone that sits on a panel with Jamie for 3 hours over a bunch of garbage nonsense of me, right? So he can make money. There's something wrong with you. You have too much freaking time on your hands. You know what I mean? 40 in the box, 8 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Yeah, so that's why I put my stream to private, James, and you knew it, but you had to find a workaround. You had to make the community post to try to make me look like I'm a sissy when you knew I was playing you and giving you no content. And I knew no one had screen recorded it because I hadn't put a stream to private in a while. Now you guys are going to screen record me, but I don't care because now I'm not going to put streams to private. I already figured out your game. I already figured it out. I already knew what you were going to do, and I just wanted to see how is Jamie going to run a stream without having the full content because he wasn't there to rebroadcast it when I was live in the middle of the night, right? And now, you know, he sets up a stream, and he's going to use my content, and it had not finished processing yet, so nobody could download it, right? Unless they screen recorded it, right? Which they didn't. So there you go. There's your answer, dude. And you know that's exactly what I was doing, but you had to play it differently to try to amp it up to your audience, dude. You twist and turn everything, dude, for content, man. I swear to God, you're I was gonna say hot mess, you're a cold mess, dude. You're just a big mess, man. Big mess of poo-poo stew, right? Poop stew, right? So that's that. All right. Now, lots of things happen, right? There are lots of channels that make community postings and comments on my channel, right? I got many tabs open. The first person I'm going to talk about here is Be Good. And Be Good, I was a part of the Legion, and I believe she recently left. And, she apologized to me for not knowing what was going on, and I had told her she had an original posting that she shared of my stream where this was written, so I don't have that right now. I think I have a screenshot somewhere, but I'm not going to look for it anyway. She apologized, for not, I guess giving me a chance or for what happened through the Legion. She found out what they really are, and she left. And I said, "You don't owe me an apology. It's okay. I understand. People have to go through it and then leave on their own free will, and that's no problem, right?" Now she ended up deleting that posting, and you're going to see here in another thread where she commented under the video, the live stream replay of that, despicable act, most despicable act of the Legion yet stream I did. She commented, and then I put the video to private, like I said, the stream to private. And then after Jamie ended the stream, like literally within a few minutes after Jamie ended the stream, I put it back to public. and now it has, let's see. Now that stream has, at this moment, 606 views. Okay. And she initially commented on that stream on the replay yesterday before I put it to private, and then she also commented just before I went live. And let me share with you folks what's going on. Be Good says, thank you, Eli, truly, for doing the stream. Well, you're very welcome. I wrote back and I said, thank you so much for sharing this, Be Good. I thanked her for sharing it on her community wall. I thanked her on her posting, her original posting before she deleted it. And I thanked her under the stream here, my stream, where she commented. I've heard about you, and it's truly a great pleasure to finally meet you. I hope Noodle is doing okay. Please keep us in the loop. Thanks again, and have an amazing day. Then Patti responds and says, thank you, Eli. And I said, Patti, you're very welcome. Be Good responds and says, at Coach Eli too, absolutely. Thanks again. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see here. And then I wrote back after this was like an hour or so ago, as of the time of this live stream happening live. I wrote, Be Good, did you delete your posting on your channel where you tagged me in because they all started coming at you? Just curious. No worries either way, just curious. Thanks. And then she got back to me and said, I Coach Eli too. I did because it said you deleted your stream or it was unavailable. Yeah, that's good. That's a great point. So to everyone, including you, Brutal Honest, we're going to talk about you, Brutally Honest, towards the end of the show. You're wondering why she deleted it. I was wondering as well, too. But this makes sense. I put it to private so James could not use it as content while he was live, right? But I will say it again right here for all to see. I thank you for your stream in the comments after the live was over. I wasn't in your live chat like people are saying for some reason because I didn't see it until after it was over. I think they were talking about being here in the comments section. But I thank you for your kind words on Noodle, and I think you should be able to be here and stream without harassment. I agree. It's fake instigated drama, but it still is harassment because it's amped up fake instigated drama to an extreme level, right? And I apologize to you, but I never emailed you. You never did email me. But yes, I deleted it because the stream said it was unavailable, but I see it's back. Did you private it for a while or something? Just curious. And then I said, yes, I did make it private for a bit, and I'm about to go live and explain everything, and I've got your back. And that's what I'm explaining here right now. And then she says, I'm going to share it again since it's back up. And then I said, at Be Good, thank you again for resharing. And then she said, thank you, Eli. I won't be able to join your stream until after 8 a.m. my time. But if you're still live, I will stop in. Thanks again, Coach Eli 2 and Don. Well, you're very welcome. So there you have it. There's what happened. So, I mean, Brutally Honest, you kind of made a little bit of a big deal out of it, and maybe I can understand. I'm going to be fair with you, Brutally Honest, because when I get to you, you were actually very fair with what you said. With the exception of what you said about the Patti stuff, that stuff was not true. We're going to debunk that because there are a lot of fake accounts out here on YouTube, and a lot of them are made either by Jamie himself or other people that are affiliates of the Legion that are coming in pretending to be other people and typing in things, trying to come up like they are Patti or someone else when they're not. And that's a big problem. That's happened to me many times. People will clone your channel. They'll go into a live stream and talk smack so it appears like it's coming from you, but it's actually coming from a sock account. And people, all the mods have to do is go to the channel and see it's not the actual channel, right? That's all they have to do, right? So that is that. That settles the Be Good situation there. Okay. Let's see here. We are at 29 minutes. What we're going to do is, well, let me read one more comment from this video that was made by at Betty PPP. What's the channel name called? It's called Beatrice. Maybe she was a part of the Legion too. That name sounds familiar. I've seen these names. Eli, you're one of the only creators seeing what James does is so dangerous. Yeah, even though it's fake instigated drama and I don't think he truly is trying to harm people, but because he has to amp things up for the fake instigated drama to appear real so he can keep people coming back and donating, I don't think he realizes how much it does hurt some people or many people, especially people that are mentally ill or have have some what of a mental illness or a full mental illness, right? And maybe he understands that, and maybe he just doesn't care. But yeah, it is dangerous, even though it's meant to be for entertainment. Not everyone understands that, right? That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, so people can learn to understand it and ignore it and move on, right? That's why it's concerning he has a new girlfriend, because all he does is use women for his own gain and then throws them away. Yeah. Well, he did mention on the stream that she's a woman off of YouTube and no one will ever know who she is. And here's the thing, James. Look, even if I found out who she was, I don't care to talk about your girlfriend. I don't care to dox your girlfriend. I don't care. I really, honestly, I really don't care what you do. I don't care how much you talk about me. What I care about is, how you're treating these people that don't know your MO of fake instigated drama. That's it, right? That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this more so for the people. And yes, I'm going to get views. And yes, you use my name for content, I'm going to use yours. And like I said, we're going to keep going for as long as it takes, right? For as long as it takes, we're going to keep going, right? This one will be no different. And Don is beautiful. Why does he have to say his new girl is better looking than Don? Because he's insecure. Because he wants to just, entertain his audience with the cringiest stuff. Okay? I mean, do I think he's amping that up and creating fake instigated drama? I think partially it's that. I also think that there's a little bit of jealousy, within Jamie regarding myself. And look, dude, whether you think Dawn is beautiful or not, it doesn't matter. All that matters is what I think about Dawn and what she thinks about me. Or like, everyone could think Dawn and I are both ugly, and we don't care as long as we're beautiful to each other. Like, you don't seem to get that, James. You're like one big projector, right? But I'll say, hey, dude, hey, congratulations. If you found someone that rocks your boat, floats your boat, whatever, and you two are happy, more power to you. But I'm telling you, James, because of all the stuff you've done out here, people will find out who she is, and they will dox her. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm not going to do it. I don't care to even look into your girlfriend. I don't care, dude. But what I'm saying is, if she does exist, people will find out. Okay? You know that. And when they do find out, they're going to reach out to her. They're going to harass her because that's what you do to people. And I won't even say harass her. They're going to just say, hey, what are you doing with this knucklehead, right? That's why you're going to try to protect her, man. I get it. You're going to go, if they find out who she is, she's going to get it way more than Dawn ever did when I first brought Dawn out here publicly, right? Yeah, James. Yeah, you know what's coming, right? It's all good, dude. I'm not getting involved. I'm just saying it's not me that's going to do the stupid shit. It's going to be other people, right? I'm just going to move on and do my own thing. What man thinks that way? A very insecure and immature man at 39 years old. That's the bottom line. I hope you can give this new girl advice. Well, what Jamie was saying is that she laughs at my content, but I guess she's a fan. The bottom line is, if she's even watching my content, like me or not, she's a fan. So it's all good. So when he throws her away, she can have a place to go, be supported. Well, yeah, that's all his exes come here, right? Tiffany, Amber, MD's just gone away and done her own thing. That's cool. Yeah. It's all good. Yeah, thank you, Beatrice, at Betty PPP. So that is that. Now, I'm going to go over a couple more things very quickly here before I take the first break. Dawn is still sleeping. She's good. I love having the cameras so I can, run these shows. And like I said, I got a monitor like right over there. But I also have an app here on my laptop, and I have it on my phone. So I can access my cameras anywhere. And I'm not trying to, stalk my woman. It's like I want to make sure if she gets up and needs something, I'm going to be right there for her. She's still recovering. she's got her medication, and her night meds, make her a little more drowsy. So, if she needs anything, I see her getting up, and I'm going to help her, and then I'll come back. All right, I've got 40 in the box, 9 thumbs up, 47 in the box, 9 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Can't hear me? What? Give me a second. First break. Still sleeping. She's good. Yeah, that's on your end, Caroline. That was probably an issue on your end. I'm sorry. How long ago was that? About 10 minutes ago? Yeah, that could have been on your end. Yeah, I just was testing it, and did anyone else have audio cutouts? Because let me try this one more time here. Okay. Can't hear me? What? Give me a second. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. If it glitched out, it would have stayed glitched out, but it hasn't happened to me in a while. So I've got everything pretty much almost perfectly tuned as best as possible. But before we take the first break here, I want to go over a few things here. Tiff, who's been a moderator here, and I've been, to her channel, chatting in her chats. We even tried to do a show one time, but her internet cut out. And she's been over here many times. She's a moderator here, and I respect Tiff's opinions. Do we agree on everything? No, but there's a lot of similarities we have, including, being strong advocates, against bullying and harassment and stuff, right? And, Tiff had a difference of opinion regarding the noodle match situation. And it's funny because I was on a live stream with GLM earlier this morning. God Loves Me on her channel. And the artist formerly known as GLM. And Tiffany made a comment telling me to take her wrench away. And I was like, I didn't even realize that until after I got off of GLM's panel. Then I looked into Jamie's comment section of his latest community post, and lo and behold, that Jamie's Corner, female Jamie, was writing that Tiff has now left too. Like, Jamie, are you stalking me everywhere I go? Like, how'd you even know I was on GLM's show? I didn't even promote it. Like, these people literally have subscriptions to everyone that I'm connected with, and they go there to see if I'm there, even if I don't promote it on my community wall. I should share that live stream so people can hear what I said on there. But yeah, so if it wasn't for Jamie posting it, I might not have seen it. But Tiffany ended up posting it in one of my comment sections. But let me do this. Let me first go. Let me first go and read my community posting. Okay. Give me a second here, folks. Give me a second. This is what I wrote. This was 17 hours ago. At Big Girl Mafia, a.k.a. Tiffany, I'm not going to take away your mod wrench over a difference of opinion. I understand how you feel about a certain situation and respect your thoughts and feelings. Should you choose to step away, everyone will miss you, but again, we'll understand and respect your decision. You can feel free to come back at any time you should you wish. with no change in status on my part. I'll be doing a stream to further address dealing with disabled people on YouTube, what's right and what's wrong. I'll be doing that stream soon and let you know. What I say on that stream will hopefully clear things up. For now, have a great day. Take it easy. Okay? So, and I got to see, where did Tiffany post that? There was somewhere where she actually posted it. It was under one of my other community postings. Okay, yeah, she went under a posting I did 20 hours ago. I hope you all have a great day. Can you please comment below and let Don and I know what topics she would like to discuss in the near future? Right? Tiffany wrote, I can say that if you are going to support Noodle Mash and her lies she tells on this platform, I'm going to respectfully ask that you take my wrench, as I can no longer support the channel. I have watched Noodle Mash terrorize a disabled lady for nearly 2 years now, going as far as having her arrested. I was very vocal about it myself until I realized it only caused Mrs. P more harm than good. Let me finish reading this. However, this woman is no victim of anyone, and I will not support her in any way ever. So if that is the case, please remove my wrench, and I will watch from the sidelines. Thank you. Well, I'm not going to remove your wrench, and you can come and go as you wish, and I still have respect for you. And just because Tiffany, whether it's you or anyone else, just because we disagree on something doesn't mean we have to full-blown say, fuck it, take my wrench, right? Now, I'm just exaggerating that, right? I'm overly emphasizing that, right? But that's what happens here, right? I'm learning more so, and I've learned to more so handle this the mature way, right? And honestly, you and I and Dawn, we could create some really good content together on some other topics not involving this. So why ruin something that even many other people have said, hey, you and Tiffany could create a great podcast together or something, and at times even bring in, my girlfriend Dawn. I respect you in that way. And honestly, I feel it'd be a shame if you permanently walked away. Now, take some time, come and go as you wish. If you decide to not come back, we're going to accept that. We'll be, we'll miss you, but, we'll accept that. Right. But come back whenever you want, and you'll still have your mod wrench, because we do respect. It was, yes. Okay. Yeah. So it was her own. It was Caroline's phone that was glitched out. She had to restart. Okay, cool. Caroline, how you doing? Welcome. 47 in the box, 10 thumbs up. Please smash a thumbs up. Please share this out. So yeah. So Tiffany did post it, and she commented under a posting, and then Tiffany, not Timony. Tiffany. God, I'm losing my verbiage, man. So I'm tired, but I got to do this. She made a posting on her community wall 8 hours ago. None of this helps Mrs. P and causes her a lot of anxiety, and rightfully so. Hopefully, for her sake, this news cycle passes quickly. And I wrote to her a couple hours ago. I commented, I said, I'll be clearing it up soon, Tiff. I hope you saw my community posting about you. I'm not changing anything. You come and go as you wish. There's more to it that most people don't know. I was actually following the Mrs. P situation 2 years ago and even had her on my channel. I've learned so much more since then, and regarding things that Jamie knows but won't talk about because it doesn't suit his content agenda. So the point is that Jamie knows the truth about what happened. He knows, what Mrs. P did that got her the RO, and he knows Noodle Mash's situation with her mental state at times. Okay. But because it doesn't suit Jamie's agenda, and because Mrs. P is there right now, he can weaponize her, right, to stir up the pot between her and Noodle Mash for his content. That's what he's doing. That's all it boils down to. No one knows what Noodle is going through or went through, and she's had mental issues as well. And I say that respectfully, and I wrote it there. I say this respectfully. I will be live soon to explain. Regardless, you do you. I respect your work, regardless of our differences. Thanks. I do respect your work, Tiff. I do respect your work, and I'm not like Jamie that's going to say "F you." You disrespected the Legion. It's like, I'm not going to do that. Like, honestly, even if you went back and hung out with Jamie for a little while, which I know you're not going to do, that wouldn't bother me. That wouldn't bother me at all. Like, I'm an individual creator, and I don't belong to any group but my own group with myself and Don. Like, here's the thing. We have a group of people here, Coach Eli. I used to call it the Coach Eli clan. Maybe I can call it that again. But this is not a group like Jamie's or other drama groups that expect 100% of your loyalty. And if you go anywhere else, while they're streaming live, or if you go to someone that they perceive to be an enemy, they're going to chastise you. Like, I'm not here to do that. You folks come and go as you wish, right? 49 in the box. We had 50 a second ago. 49 in the box. 11 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. So I'm going to share more, Tiffany, during the second part of the show. What's really going on, respectfully. I'm not trying to change your view or change your opinion, but I know a lot more than you folks think I know. And I knew Mrs. P's side back then. Okay? But now I know more about Noodle's side, and I've seen the proof. And even Mrs. P talked about what happened back in those days. And then Jamie says that this RO wasn't warranted because, Noodle Mash is not in fear for her life. Do you understand, James, that a stalking order is beyond someone fearing for their lives? If somebody's being antagonized and stalked and not left alone, even if there's no fear of the person that's stalking you that's going to harm you, okay, they're antagonizing you, and they are bothering you. They are trying to hang out with you all the time. They're trying to knock on your door or whatever to hang out with you uninvited, right? That's annoying. They're an annoyance is what it's called. It's an annoyance, right? So even if you're annoying someone and you're trying to knock on their door to always hang out with them, right? And you're not welcome, that's stalking, dude. And you know that, but you played it off like, oh, the RO, there was, no threat there. Noodle's life was not, threatened. Maybe so, but that doesn't mean she wasn't stalking. That doesn't mean Mrs. P wasn't stalking Noodle. She was. You carefully choose your words and say what you want to say, James, completely regarding what fits your agenda of what's going to make your audience happy and pay you money. That's all you do. You spin things way out of context in ways that work for you. So that's why I got to come out here and clarify things truthfully, so the people that are being taken way out of context and are hurt over it emotionally, mentally, or both can actually have some peace and solace for once. So, Tiff, I will explain more during the second part of the show. Now, one more thing here, okay, before we go on our first break. Let's talk about RJ Sandifer, okay? And RJ Sandifer has been accused of flip-flopping. Maybe there's some truth to that. But I've learned to accept RJ for who he is. I started doing that last year because over the last 4+ years, 3.5, 4 years, RJ has shut down probably close to 20 channels and flipped back and forth between the Legion and the Coach Eli group, Coach Eli clan here, many times, right? And every time, it always involved Jamie and Sarah. Now, I'm mentioning you, Sarah, in a positive way, and you are welcome here because you did make a posting asking if you were welcome, and I commented publicly on your community wall, and it's still public. And now, you had another community post I responded to, so I'm gonna share this because it was very nice. Now, what I will say, Sarah, is that I'm not going to talk about the fake instigated drama where you talked about me at the beginning of Jamie's stream with no wrench in his channel. I don't know why he doesn't have you wrenched. Maybe it's just so people can wonder if you're friends or not. No, you two are friends. You always have been, and you always will be. It's all good. But the fake instigated drama stuff, it's all good. I get that. You've mentioned it. It's no big deal. I'm not gonna address the fake instigated drama stuff because you and I both know what's going on, and that's irrelevant. But here's the relevant stuff. You put out a posting 20 hours ago, saying flip flop, flippity flop, flippity flip flop flop. The flip flop song that you and Jamie made, that flip flop song with RJ Sandifer in it, and you used another guy on YouTube created that song, and you guys made your video on it. You're not trying to monetize it, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, flip flop, flippity flop, flippity flop flop flop, flip flop, flippity flop, flippity flop flop flop. It is pretty catchy. I'm not gonna lie. The flip flop song is fantastic. Listen. You know what? I got to give credit where credit's due. The flip flop song is fantastic. Okay, it's absolutely fantastic. Right. So I saw that, and 20 hours ago, after I finished my stream yesterday, I commented on under Sarah's post, and I said, he's not flip-flopping, he's just a part of both sides. Mr. RJ, that is. I hope you're having a great day, Sarah. And so Sarah responds and asks you asked a very good question, Sarah. You did. With all due respect, she goes, why was he in Discord telling Jamie and I that he was planning on double-crossing you? Do you not see his pattern? I heard about that from multiple people, Sarah. And let me just read what I wrote here because it makes sense. I'm not saying you're wrong. Yes, he was doing that. No doubt about it. I got emails from many people, even sock account emails and Discords that don't want to be identified. So funny, man. So I wrote back and I said, at Drama Unleashed, I don't know why he would say that or want to do that. I'm just not bothered by what people say, what they do, or where people go anymore. If people want to come to you guys, that's fine. If they want to come to me or go elsewhere, that's fine too. The truth of the matter is that not much really bothers me anymore out here. I need to stay focused on what's most important for my family and I. Yeah, it's the truth. Whatever is meant to be is meant to be. I also don't like Discord and what happens in Discord. I don't. It's just one big, massive shit show on Discord and in the Discords behind the scenes. That's why I stopped using Discord years ago. Too much drama in Discord. I also have minimized connecting with people behind the scenes. I just don't have time for the dumb behind the scenes drama at this point in my life, especially the fake instigated drama that's happening behind the scenes. Sarah, you know what I'm talking about, right? You stir it up behind the scenes, and then people start talking about it publicly. It creates content for James. I get it. It's all good. No big deal. Okay. I hope this makes sense, and I hope you have a great day. So she gets back and says, at Coach Eli too, okay, as long as you don't blame us for turning him back to the Legion, because if it was up to me, he would be banned permanently. I know how you feel about RJ, Sarah. It's all good. Listen, I don't blame you, but, just because you're moving on, and I get it, I knew RJ before you and Jamie did. Like, I was the first one to meet RJ. I met RJ through Gem of Grace, through the I Am a Creator community with James Cox. So, to be fair, it's like before you guys started, doing the flip-flop stuff years ago, 3.5 years ago or so, or almost like 4 years ago, RJ and I, we've always been good friends. It's just the flip-flopping thing was creating a lot of issues, but now I've just learned how to deal with it. I've learned to accept him for who he is. I wrote back and I said, at Drama Unleashed, I've realized after all we've experienced this, I've realized after we've all experienced this over 20 times during the past several years, I should have put LOL there. This is just who RJ is. I've learned to accept him regardless of where he goes and what he says. When it comes to RJ, this isn't the fault. Let me make it clear. This is not the fault. This isn't the fault of you, Jamie, myself, or anyone else. It's just who RJ is. If RJ is here one day and over there on another day, I've chalked it up to it is what it is. It just is who he is. He's got Asperger's. He's a blind and autistic YouTuber with Asperger's, a form of autism. It's like, you either accept the guy or you don't. And I honestly, I think when RJ is not being antagonized or anything. He has some really good points, and he's just a really fun guy to be around. He can be a positive guy. 55 in the box, 12 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. It is 3:39 a.m. Pacific time, 6:39 a.m. Eastern time. And then Sarah, you're funny, Sarah. She gets back and says, okay, sorry, she says, at Coach Eli too. Okay, good. He's all yours. No returns. Okay. No refunds, right? I get it, Sarah. No refunds. RJ, I can't return you, brother. You're stuck with me now, right? RJ, come and go as you wish. Listen, RJ, if you want to go and support the fake instigated drama at times, do what you got to do. If you want to come and support myself or have me support you, it's all good, right? So that should clarify that. I'm clarifying everything here because this shit stew has been stirred up so much by Jamie and some of his, affiliate channels, that are loyal to him. And I just wanted to clear it up. So that is that, great posting, Sarah. That was funny. And, congratulations. Your channel's growing. You got over 2K subs. Good for you. Awesome. But you've turned your channel now into a billboard, which is kind of cool, to be honest with you. I got to give it to you. Like, your channel is now like the billboard of the community. Like, you don't do a lot of content, a lot of video and audio content anymore. Every now and then you'll pop in with some thoughts. But you've become like the billboard as you drive by on the freeway that everyone can see, right? Because everybody checks it out. What's Sarah going to say next, right? It's all good. I hope you're having a great day, Sarah. Seriously. It's all good. Okay. So that's that. All right. So we're halfway through. We're at 56 minutes. Dawn is still asleep peacefully. It's all good. I'm going to step away and take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about Patti. We're going to talk about Be Good. We're going to talk about Brutally Honest. And we're going to clear things up regarding what's really happening to Noodle compared to what the Legion is saying, right? And we're going to talk about, Patti now, being accused of saying things in some chats when she never did. They accused her of calling me cuck and all these words, when she swears that it never happened. And I believe her because people clone accounts to make it appear like she did, right? People clone my accounts all the time to make it appear like I'm doing things that I'm not, right? So that way they can talk smack about me and lead their audience to believe that it's really me when it's a sock account, right? And again, the mods in Jamie's chats or in any chat can go and check out the channel by clicking on Go to Channel and see that's a sock account. Come on. No one's buying this crap. So cut it out. But we'll talk more about that after the break here. Okay? And we're going to explain, again, what is really going on. Even Brutally Honest, you did a good stream. I heard about half of your stream, dude. And the pertinent parts. And quite honestly, even though he's like, my name is Brutally Honest, and I really wish everyone would stop talking about this and just move on and get back to normal. I get to the more wrath. Get back to normal. I'm brutally honest, and we'll respectfully, man. You made some very good points, and I'll give credit where credit's due. And you actually, even though you said that, you're loyal to Jamie, you're a loyal affiliate of the hate network, right? Okay. You disagreed with him on the RO situation. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I respect your honesty going against your Lord, Savior, and Messiah, James. Okay. So we'll talk more about that after the break. RJ Sandefur's in the house. The revolution is here, and we are watching. How long have you been watching there, RJ? I'm going to go on a break, and you may want to stick around. Yeah, RJ. We got 59 in the box, 12 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Yeah. Okay. let's cue up some royalty-free YouTube music. Let me see here. I want to play some music I haven't played in a while. All right. All right. Music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for, I'd say, probably a 6 to 7 or 8 minute break. GLM loves it when I say that. She loves making fun of me when I say that. It's all good. And when we return, we got more to talk about. So stick around. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We are back. And we are just going to scratch it. But first of all, before we return, Mr. RJ Sandifer made a request, and I have to accommodate him with this. How about a little double helix, Ethan Mixel? Yeah, Ethan Mixel, double helix, baby. Double helix. Rip it, baby. Rip it. Energy up. Get that energy up. Get that energy up. Energy up. Get that energy up. Get that energy up. Get that energy up. Get that energy up. Energy up. Energy up. Oh, yeah. You like that, RJ? You like that? Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, baby, yeah. Like one wise man named a Sicily A10 used to say, settle down, coach. You got a show to run. Settle down, coach. You got a show to run. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli 2, authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. We keep it positive, but we also keep it raw and real. Yeah, it's been an interesting show so far. Part 2 is going to get even more interesting. We're going to clear things up. And we are first going to once again discuss the RJ Sandifer situation, which I just explained probably right before you showed up. Girly Gaming 987. Girly Gaming. Oh, interesting. Are you female? But first, if you want to donate to help support the channel, you can hit that super chat at the bottom or super sticker. You can also become a channel member. If you're going to do that, become one at the $4.99 level, because Don and I are doing a bunch of members-only live streams. We've done many already and many more to come. You can also donate via Cash App or PayPal. Nightbot is sharing in my Cash App and PayPal links every 7 minutes in the chat. On PayPal, go to paypal.me/Coach Eli. On Cash App, you can go to $, the real Coach Eli. And as always, donations are greatly appreciated, but they are not required. Yeah! Yeah, rip it, baby, rip it. Did you like that? Let me do a sound check real quick here. I want to make sure this turned out okay with no audio issues. Probably right before you showed up. Girly Gaming 987. Girly Gaming. Oh, interesting. Are you female? But first, if you want to donate to help support... All right. Did you like that, RJ Sandifer? There you go. You got your wish. Your wish is my command, right? Well, not always. I'll do what makes sense, right? All right. Yes, I am female. All right, cool. Right on. So you didn't hear what I mentioned. The DVR's turned off, so you can't rewind. You're going to want to go back and watch the replay and hear the first part. And right before I took the break, I was explaining what happened. Basically, in a nutshell, I accept RJ for who he is. He doesn't belong to anyone besides himself. He can come and go as he wishes here. If he wants to go and be a part of the Legion at times, he can do that. If he wants to be a part over here, he can do that. If he wants to trash talk me behind the scenes to the Legion or anyone else, he can do that. And, I honestly think RJ was just testing me to see how I was going to respond, how I was going to react. And I didn't react. I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. That's just RJ. RJ is going to be RJ. I accept him for who he is. Not a big deal. Sorry if I missed your explaining it of RJ, but I can't rewind. Of course, yeah. I just mentioned that. There's also a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. I have a 1 minute delay on these streams. So, yeah, no, you just missed it. So, if someone else comes in and asks me that question, I'm going to say just go back and watch the replay. And we explained it twice. The first time I went into great detail, but the bottom line is this, RJ is RJ, and I'm just going to accept him for who he is. And that's what we should do from here on out and not make a big deal out of it, right? All right. So let's continue here. We've got some more to talk about, and I want to try to wrap this up in the next 30 to 45 minutes because I am getting tired. I need to rest my voice. More so, like I've been just going hard in the paint here on YouTube, and I need to really rest my voice and my diaphragm and all that. Well, right here it hits you in the chest, right? Anyway, 47 in the box, 14 thumbs up. Please smash a thumbs up. Please share this out. All right, so we're going to talk more about the noodle mash situation that the other side, on the Jamie side, is trying to discredit. And the first thing I'll say is this. I'm going to read a posting that Patti made about 11 hours ago. And what I will say is it's funny to me, Jamie, that you didn't take into accountability Noodle Mash's, disabilities or mental state. And she's dealt with a lot of mental and emotional issues. Okay, that's what I've heard from many reputable people. And so you've known her longer than I've known her. And I'm sure you knew that, right? But all you talked about was Mrs. Portland's mental state. But you didn't talk about Noodle Mash's mental state. Now, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I have my opinions. Do I feel one can snap more than the other? Yeah, I think Mrs. P has more difficulty controlling her emotions and her reactions than Noodle Mash does. That's my opinion. That's what I've seen over the years with Mrs. P. I knew about Noodle Mash back then. I knew about the situation that Mrs. P was going through with her, but I didn't know Noodle Mash in great detail. Because now I've connected with people that are close to her and respect her, and they've gotten to know myself and Don. They trust Don and I, so they're sharing with us what's going on, and that's why I'm standing up for Noodle Mash, because I honestly feel she is a victim here. She's a huge victim here, okay? Let me read what Patti wrote. Hey, everyone. Most of you know Vlad, husband of Noodle Mash. Yesterday, after her live, she had a mental health episode that led to an emergency situation. Maybe she had a panic attack. Maybe she had a seizure. We don't know. She is recovering right now. Very few people know the details, and they will not be released publicly ever due to certain parties on here, the Legion, James, and what they would do. What they would try to do with that information. Yeah, they would spin it out of context that best benefits their content, getting views and getting donations. Right. If you would like to show support or contact her, you can contact her at imnoodlemash@gmail.com. To help her current mental health, I will monitor any correspondence to ensure nothing harmful is seen by her. I will answer any questions I can privately by email. So that's good. I respect you for doing that, Patti. Much respect. For the near future, I am monitoring her channel as her channel administrator. I have currently disabled future comments. Thank you, our wonderful YouTube friends and family. Vlad. So I guess that's what her husband wanted you to put out. Wonderful. So something did happen after Noodle Mash did that stream the other day and basically shared what's been going on with Mrs. Portland. Okay? And a lot of people are thinking that, Noodle Mash is trying to antagonize Mrs. Portland. And I've never seen such a thing. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that because I know through my dealings with Mrs. Portland, she flips very easily, right? And she gets very, very triggered by the smallest things. I had her on my show. And after I had her on my show, she started emailing me and just flipping out on me. I mean, I'm not going to share those emails. I don't care to look back. I don't even care to go any further into it. But just having her on one of your live streams, like the next day or the day after, and people start getting in her head and stuff, then she reaches out to you and starts, like trashing you. She was trashing me. And she was trying to send me all this information, trying to prove to me back then that she did like nothing wrong and this and that. And I'm like, you know what? This was too much. She sent me, Mrs. Portland sent me a ton of emails on. I've never put them out there publicly. Now, I'm sure she sent out the same information elsewhere and they put it out publicly, but I never once put that out there publicly. I just briefly addressed it that she sent emails to me. And I don't care to do that. I'm not here to expose stupid stuff like that. I'm just going to talk about it briefly and make people aware of what's really going on. So I got to learn a lot about Mrs. Portland's personality and how overreactive she can be to the smallest thing. She's very easily triggered by the smallest thing. Noodle Mash isn't. All Noodle Mash is doing is defending herself. And initially, this is what happened. I've heard the story from reputable sources behind the scenes. The bottom line is, and even Noodle was sharing all that stuff on her stream the other day. The bottom line is that I guess apparently there was a time where Mrs. Portland and Noodle Mash, they were living in the same apartment complex or something like that. And it was a big complex where the buildings were far apart, but close enough to the point of where Mrs. Portland was bugging her every day and was trying to hang out with her or spend time with her or whatever, right? And it got to the point of where, all Noodle Mash wanted was space and time to herself, right? Okay. And Mrs. Portland wasn't giving her that. And so, after a while, she had to file for a stalking order. It is stalking when someone continuously tries to knock on your door, or if you're walking out of your place, they're there waiting for you, and they're bugging you on a regular basis, unwelcome. That is stalking. Now, Jamie, you said that this order is bogus because there's no threat there. There's no threat of violence. Stalking doesn't have to be violent related. Stalking is when people continuously try to be around you, knock on your door, follow you wherever you go. If you're walking out of your place, they're right there trying to talk to you. Unwelcome. When they do it constantly, that's stalking. Even if there's no threat of violence, right? It's still stalking, dude, and you know it, right? And even Brutally Honest was saying that on his stream that, he disagrees with you when you say the RO wasn't warranted, right? Now, I think you, Jamie, know the truth and you know what's right, but I think you're spinning this the opposite way to create controversy and conflict in the community so you have more content to sell to your audience for donations. That's it. And maybe to fulfill your sponsorship agreement, right? Okay. So the bottom line is, what happened, but you're not even addressing what happened because you're angry and bitter that Noodle Mash left the Legion, right? You can't stand it when people leave you because it makes you feel like you're getting abandoned. And maybe for some reason, James, I think you have abandonment issues. Even though your parents never abandoned you, maybe you felt abandoned because they didn't spend as much time with you or because of the other things they were doing that supposedly affected you. But you've got some kind of abandonment issues that you need to work through because when it comes to people that leave the Legion, if something comes up that you discuss, and what the truth is, you spin it the opposite way because you're angry and bitter and you want to stir up the pot for content. That's the bottom line right there. It's the bottom line, okay? All I can tell you is this. I've never put out any nude pictures of me. I've never sent out anyone in my entire life nude pictures. So anything that was put out there was fake. And quite frankly, I'm going to remove you because I think you're trolling. So, yeah, no, I mentioned it yesterday. I've never sent anyone nude pictures of me on or off of YouTube in my 50 years of life. So there's absolutely no way anyone ever has a legit photo. People can Photoshop stuff. They can use artificial intelligence and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's just ridiculous that you would even put something out there like that. And I don't even think he did anything. I think you're just out here trolling. So have a nice day. It's all good. 60 in the box. 16 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. We've got 60 in the box here. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, and a few comments here. Sherry says, Like and Legion is using Noodle Mash and Elias content tonight. Yeah, that's why I privated my stream. I put it to private 3 hours before he went live. And then Patti responds and says, I know they were awful. Savannah, how you doing? She says in the comment section of Patti's posting, this makes me sad. Makes me sad too, Savannah. This place is very toxic and vile. Well, that's what James does. He intentionally creates toxic and vile content purposefully as his content. That's what he does. That's it. I hope Noodle's okay, and I hope she knows people generally care about her. I hope she's okay too. I hope so. And the rest is just people saying that they hope she's okay. So thank you for sharing that, Patti. Now, let's go to Be Good. Be Good put out 3 community postings, okay? And let's go back to 13 hours ago, okay? She wrote, this community is such a mind F. I've had the best week of everyone showing me love like I have never been shown on here. That's good. I'm glad. It was unexpected and truly lifted my spirits. So many of you didn't judge me and understood me. Thank you for that. People that I never thought in a million years showed me kindness. And people that I really thought were friends didn't give a single fuck because we are no longer on the same side. Yeah, you left the Legion because the level of toxicity was too much. It gets to be way too much. Then people leave. Talk about strange emotions. Heart so full, being reminded that there are good people here, and at the same time wondering if the rest only give a shit about themselves. Well, that's exactly how Jamie works. It's just part of his content. It's just what he does for money. And I'm trying to tell you folks, it's all fake instigated drama, amped up, taken way out of context. People getting pinned and pitted against each other. That's all it is. It's like the WWE, in YouTube drama land. Then Be Good put out another posting. Help me understand, people. I just woke up from a nap and I'm confused, and I'm certainly not watching Jamie, but I've been sent this screenshot by 2 different folks, and I was told I'm a tattletale. Well, that's what they do to create more fake instigated drama, so they can use you as content. Same with me. They're going to use me as content tomorrow. I'm going to leave this public, and Jamie's going to review the whole thing. I know he is. I don't care. He can do it. It's all good, dude. It's been played out, but you can keep on playing it out, James. What in the ever-loving hell are you talking about, Mimi Dawn? Mimi Dawn, in the live chat of Jamie's stream, said, not sure if you saw that in the comments of that stream. Be Good was thanking him, and he replied something to the effect of, you emailed. Let me see this. You emailed me, so I had to say something. Okay. Well, yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Be Good commented on the stream I did yesterday regarding Jamie. Give me a second. That was the stream where that was titled The most despicable act of the Legion yet. At Noodle Mash, Don and I have your back. So yeah, she commented there. So what's the big deal? What's the big deal? She commented on my channel. Is she limited to where she can comment? Is she a part of a cult and it's against the law for her to comment elsewhere? And who the F are you? I never emailed Eli a day in my life. She hasn't emailed me, but she's more than welcome to if she wants. And if I want to email her, I'll email her. What's the problem? What is the problem with you people? Like, you all white knight for Jamie because without Jamie, you folks feel like you have no purpose in that audience because no normal people will accept you because of your really shitty behavior and you're just not happy. You're miserable people. You're very miserable people to be around. Nor was I in the stream. She was not in the stream. She commented below in the comments section. It's still publicly available there. For the love, will someone explain WTF these crazy $$ people are talking about? Who have I supposedly tattled on? You have tattled on no one. They're just trying to stir the pot up. It's just the Legion and network of Legion channels, hate channels, and the network of Legion followers, patsies that are behind the scenes in Discord. And they spend all day behind the scenes in the Discords because they have no life. If they had real things to do in real life, they wouldn't be spending as much time as they do with this stuff. It's ridiculous. You're right, Be Good. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Thanks for resharing. Let me write this. Thanks for resharing the stream. Have an amazing day. 611 views right now. Awesome. Okay, this live is back up. I want to thank Eli and Don again for his kind words and supporting my friend. Absolutely. I stand up for what I believe in. This is part of my coaching. I will always stand up for good people and protect them from people that are not as good. Okay? That's all. Wonderful. Thank you for that. Okay? 9 hours ago, Be Good says, at Pesky71. I guess I've heard about this Pesky, but I don't know a lot about Pesky. I think it's a female on the Legion end. I am not Noodle Mash. No, she's not Noodle Mash. I am not. So I'm no longer your friend according to you, so kindly F off. Wow. Your mental health is not my mental health. That's true. Noodle's mental health, just like ours, isn't the same as you or anyone else. Yeah, everyone is different. And if you all stick around the Legion with this fake instigated drama, your mental health will go seriously down the toilet. Okay? You don't know a thing about what I have told Noodle, and it's none of your business. It's not. It's not. You are not a mental health professional as far as I know. That's true. Neither am I. So F off trying to tell people what to do about their own mental health. Well, I mean, you could give friendly advice and say, it's not good to stress out. And it's not good to get triggered and stuff. But, you can't come out here and diagnose people. You can try to calm people down and be a good friend to them. It doesn't mean you're trying to act like a doctor or a psychiatrist, right? Or a therapist. But I get what you're saying here. I get what you're saying. You sit with someone who is blaming everyone but himself for his F shit, but I am sitting here tagging you. Yeah, they're sitting there with Jamie, a master manipulator and shit disturber that's been successful at making money creating this content for 6 years, and you folks still haven't figured it out. And myself and many others have come out and basically told you exactly what he's doing. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I agree with you, Be Good. 65 in the box, 18 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Hasn't he done the same thing? Yeah, Jamie's the biggest hypocrite, but he's a purposeful hypocrite because he wants people calling him out on his hypocrisy so he can keep the back and forth going with as many people as possible. You're being a hypocrite. You look like a fool that doesn't know their rear end from a hole in the ground. You stand for nothing. Now you are starting to piss me off. Well, I wouldn't let it piss you off. I'd kind of laugh at it. I get where you're coming from, though, Be Good, because years ago, before I figured this out, it was pissing me off even more than you folks are pissed off. But you folks are fairly new to going through the Legion and then leaving the Legion and dealing with them coming at you and going through the crap that people go, like I said, when they leave, right? It's like the Church of Scientology. They love bomb you. They make it sound like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then when you figure out that they're playing you and using you and you try to leave, then they make your life miserable in the real world. That's what they do. Don't act like you care and stop mentioning my name. I will not address you again. Okay, cool. So there you go. There you go. So look, Patti, you've been vindicated. You've been exonerated. You've been vindicated. Be Good. You've been vindicated. You've been exonerated, right? Okay. I hate to even say it, brutally honest, even though you've done some really, really, crazy dumb things, by rebroadcasting me, and you've had some really whacked out views, but today your stream made sense. The only thing that didn't make sense is what you're saying about Patti. You mentioned about Patti that, she used to go around the Legion and calling me the cuck and calling me all these names when she swears she's never done it. And that leads me to believe, I believe Patti, because Patti's a good person. She's been a very, very supporting person, very nice to both myself and Don. And this has nothing to do with any money she's donated. It has to do with who she is. She has a big heart and soul, and she cares about people, right? Okay? Anything that happened like that, brutally honest, I'm sure were duplicate accounts that duplicated Patti's accounts, appearing to be her, and then going to these chats or comment sections. More so you do it in the chats, because in the comments section, anyone can go to the channel. Through the live stream chats, only the moderators can check out the channel. A lot of times they don't even check out the channel. They just agree with what Jamie's saying. So if a fake account of Patti's goes into Jamie's stream and calls me a cuck, and Jamie says, "Oh wow, look at this, Patti's here trash talking Eli." Eli, why? See, look what happens when you allow my rejects to come over to your end. They're not rejects, James, and it's a fake sock account, James. Because that's not what's happening. That's what they do. So that's all that happened there, brutally honest. That's all. So Patti, vindicated. You've been exonerated. You are all good. Okay. One final thing I want to mention before I go off the air. We are at 1 hour and 37 minutes. I'm trying to keep these shows shorter so I can get some rest and they can be easily consumable. Okay. So a few things that you mentioned. I took some notes here. Brutally honest. Okay. Brutal asked, what do I have to do with all of this? So what is my role in all of this, Brutal honest? My role, first of all, I care about people getting a fair shake. When I feel people are being played and it's affecting their mental and emotional health and physical health, okay, I'm going to step in and stand up for them. So there's that first part, okay? Now, feel free to review this. You can actually review this under fair use. I'm not going to flag you. I'm not going to take this down. Feel free to review this, because if you're going to be fair, Brutal, for the most part, you were fair on that stream, with the exception of what you said about Patti. The second part is my place in all of this is pretty much one thing. It's to call out the fact that Jamie's content is fake, instigated drama that he tries to make appear real. So he has content to entertain his audience, and then incite donations from his audience for it, right? So Jamie has to spin things the opposite way, usually as they happen, or take things a little bit out of context, or amp certain things up, so that way it's entertaining enough to his audience to donate, right? My interest in all of this is to call that out and to protect the people that feel have been hurt by the type of content Jamie has created, because they're unaware that its stake instigated drama. Okay? That's all. That's all it boils down to. Great question. Feel free to review this. Anyone, everyone, review this. I don't care. I'm not taking this down. Jamie, use my entire piece of content and review this. We've got 61 in the box, 18 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. I also mentioned this many times already, brutally honest. You said that you disagreed with Jamie on the RO because you saw what Mrs. Portland did. Mrs. Portland can be a hothead. You also said that Mrs. Portland, and many other people said this, I'll mention this now, I didn't mention this before. Mrs. Portland was ordered to not be a part of drama groups and to just do her crafting, arts and crafting on YouTube, right? So she's not even supposed to be a part of the Legion or anything. But she's back to being a part of the Legion because Mrs. Portland loves drama, and she gets no attention when she's doing arts and crafts. She only gets attention when she's doing drama. So in essence, she's not listening to the judge's orders regarding that. And what Jamie's doing is he's like, okay, well, I remember I used to go out with Mrs. P, right? He used to support Noodle back in the days when she was a part of the Legion and used to go out with Mrs. P. But now he's against Noodle and is forgetting about the fact that she has her own mental and emotional issues and disability issues, right? Because now Mrs. P is back and giving Jamie more content. In essence, Jamie's exploiting Mrs. Portland. Jamie's exploiting you, Mrs. Portland. You know that. He's exploiting you. And once you're of no use and you create too much ruckus that's no longer profitable to him, you're going to be gone. I'm telling you. So that's the truth of the matter there, brutally honest. And one more thing before we go off the air. Get your final questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We'll be going off the air in a few. You mentioned something that hits the nail on the head. This is going to be the best way to wrap up this show. Because some people still haven't learned their lesson on actions having consequences, right? But Mrs. P did, at least for now. Because you said Mrs. Portland needed to go to jail to learn her lesson. Mrs. P violated the RO. Or not the RO, the stalking order, which same thing, RO. It's a stalking order is also a restraining order. Same thing. It just, in some states, they basically have restraining orders and stalking orders separately. Here in California, it's one order that includes everything. It includes harassment, and includes stalking, etc., right? Well, harassment and stalking are pretty similar, okay? But for other things, a restraining order, not including stalking, is separate in most states, as it is, I believe, in Oregon, right? We've got 18 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. 67 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to all of you. Yeah, so Mrs. Portland violated the RO. And people are saying that, and you said this too, Tiffany, you said that you can't support someone that, puts a disabled woman in jail. Well, you didn't know that Noodle Mash also has disabilities, and she also has mental issues. I say that respectfully. I respect you, Noodle Mash, okay? But she's got her own issues as well, right? Maybe they're not as bad as Mrs. Portland's, okay? Hey, Jason, how you doing? Hey, Eli, I hope you're well. Doing quite well. We're about to go off the air, bro. You're going to want to check out the replay. 69 in the box. Great number there. 69. 18 thumbs up. Okay. If you violate an RO, it doesn't matter if you're disabled or not. And this is, Tiffany, look, I'm not trying to go against you. I know you care about people. And a lot of people really take advantage of disabled people out here on this platform. Jamie weaponizes the disabled people more than anyone. Then he flips it on people like me and others and says that we're the ones that are abusing them when it's actually him. He's weaponizing Mrs. Portland right now, right? Mrs. Portland rightfully got a lifetime stalking order on her for stalking Noodle Mesh. She also violated the RO and went to jail for it. Now, 70 in the box. I haven't hit 70 in ages. We got 70 in the box, 19 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up and please share this out. Hang on a second. Hang on just 1 second. By the way, it's funny that Jamie privated, or he hid his actual General Legion channel, and he turned his General Legion 2 channel into the General Legion channel, and then he changed the what do you call it, the handle, the YouTube handle, to @GeneralLegion 2025. Yeah, you're really trying to avoid getting shut down for circumvention, huh, James? I see everything, every move you make. I look into it. I got all the links. So it's like it's really comical watching this guy, and I'm not stalking you, dude. And the only reason why I'm doing it is because I want to call out like how desperately you're trying to save this business that is just not sustainable long term. You've even said it yourself. I really hope one day, dude, you can actually just do something, more positive, something more fulfilling, dude, and even make more money than you're making now without having to deal with all this BS. God is still asleep. That's awesome. I'm glad she's sleeping well. Love that woman. Love that woman so much. So yeah. Mrs. Portland going to jail allowed her to learn her lesson. Brutally honest, you said that. I completely agree with you on that. You're right. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a big round of applause. Big round of applause. Yeah. And Tiffany, respectfully speaking, you may still disagree. I'm not trying to change your view, Tiffany. What I'm saying is that, right is right and wrong is wrong. I've said this many times. I'll say it again. I should do a whole separate stream on should disabled people get a free pass? I've kind of done it before. Should disabled people get a free pass for doing a similar wrong thing that a non-disabled person would not get a free pass? We've all heard the phrase, you're using your disability as a crutch. Most disabled people hate it when other disabled people use their disability as a crutch because people get shamed for it. They get called out for it. And I agree. I'm not trying to shame anyone. I'm just saying, should we allow disabled people to use their disability as a crutch? Should we allow them to get away with things just because they're disabled? Mrs. Portland, is allowed to function in society. Okay? She's able to function. Okay? And what she does is purely on her. And actions have consequences. And if you're going to come out here and say, folks, that, she's got some mental issues and stuff, so you got to, understand that. Well, what I'll say is this. If her mental issue, I'm not a therapist or a doctor. I'm just saying, in my opinion, let me be very clear. In my opinion, if her mental issues are that bad to the point of where she can't function normally in society, then she should be put in a home. She should be put in an insane asylum or something. That's just my opinion. Now, do I think she belongs there? No. Not at this point. If it gets worse, who knows? But right now, because she went to jail and supposedly learned her lesson, she's been tamed for the most part, but she's getting involved back with Jamie in the drama sphere because she's bored that her actual, arts and crafts content is getting her no traction. But her inserting herself back in the drama is not only disobeying the judge's orders, it's also putting her more prone to getting more violations and going back to jail. Jamie, you're using Mrs. Portland for content. You're using Noodle for content. You use me for content. You use everyone for content. That's all this boils down to. You don't care about any situations. You pretend like you do in ways that best suit you, your audience, entertaining them, and in ways that's going to get them to best open up their pocketbook. That's all this boils down to. Brutally honest, with the exception of what you said about Patti, for the most part, great stream. I'm going to pay you props. Even though we don't see eye to eye and you're a part of the Legion and I want nothing to do with Legion people, but I will even pay you props. I'll give credit where credit is due, whether I want to be a part of your network or not, or I want to associate with you or not. Good job. I'll give it to you. But you did also say that, you're loyal to the Legion and you're loyal to Jamie. Dude, you should be only loyal to yourself. I mean, you can be nice to other people and work with them when possible. But if you're going to end up running your channel, just to satisfy Jamie, then that's pretty sad in my opinion, bro. That's just my opinion. So anyway, let me check out the chat here real quick. Jason says, I find Mrs. P very entertaining, but she can be an obsessive stalker as well. Yeah, that's why she has a stalking order on her. Get a real job, James. Well, it's not even, look, he can create real content out here. That's a real job. It's not about having a real job. It's about the type of content he creates. That's all. We've got 70 in the box. We're going to leave 70 in the box. 24 thumbs up. Thank you to everyone for being here. I will be back more than likely for a walk later today. I need to take a walk. It's been a few days. I've been getting my exercise, though. I've been running around the house and I've been running a lot of errands. So I'm still walking, but I missed the walking stream. So I'll see you folks later today, which is what I'm trying to say. With that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.